Why Marine Corps Boot Camp breaks. Weak men. Marine Corps Boot Camp is designed to break you, not physically, but mentally. It breaks your ego. It breaks your excuses. It breaks the weak version of yourself. And not every man makes it through. Some quit, some shut down, some realize they're not who they thought they were. Because Marine Boot Camp forces you to face the one thing most men spend their entire lives avoiding: the truth about themselves. If you respect discipline, mental toughness, and what it means to become a stronger man, hit that like button and subscribe to the Man Up channel, because this channel is about building men who don't quit when life gets hard. Now let's talk about why Marine Boot Camp breaks weak men, and why that's exactly what it's designed to do. This is where the illusion of strength disappears. Most men think they're strong. They feel confident in their normal environment. They control their daily routine. They live inside their comfort zone. But boot camp strips all of that away. You don't decide when to wake up. You don't decide when to eat. You don't decide when to rest. Your comfort no longer matters. You are pushed immediately into stress, pressure, and uncertainty. And that's when the illusion disappears. Because strength isn't who you are when life is easy. Strength is who you are when life is hard. Boot camp exposes the truth. This is where excuses stop working. In the civilian world, excuses are everywhere. I'm tired, I'm not ready, I'll do it tomorrow. Boot camp doesn't accept excuses. The standard must be met. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter if you're exhausted. It doesn't matter if you're uncomfortable. Weak men rely on excuses to protect their comfort, but boot camp removes that protection. This is where your mind becomes your greatest enemy. The hardest part of boot camp isn't the physical training. It's the mental battle. Your body can go farther than your mind believes. I can't do this. This is too hard. I want to quit. Boot camp puts you in a position where quitting feels like relief. And that's the test. Because strong men learn to silence that voice. They move forward despite the doubt. Weak men surrender to it. This is where comfort is replaced by discipline. Boot camp removes comfort completely. You're exhausted, you're stressed, you're constantly under pressure, and there's no escape. Weak men depend on comfort to function. Strong men function without it. Boot camp forces you to operate regardless of how you feel. You learn to perform when you're tired. You learn to perform under pressure. You learn to perform when everything inside you wants to stop. That's where discipline is born. This is where you realize it's not about you anymore. One of the most powerful lessons boot camp teaches is this: it's not about you. It's about the Marine standing next to you. Weak men think about themselves. Strong men think about the team. Because when you're part of something bigger than yourself, quitting doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone. And that responsibility changes you. You stop thinking like an individual. You start thinking like a Marine. This is where weak men quit. And strong men are created. Boot camp doesn't break men for the sake of breaking them. It breaks the weak version of them. The version that relies on comfort. The version that makes excuses. The version that quits when things get hard. And in its place, it builds something stronger. A man who doesn't run from difficulty. A man who doesn't rely on motivation. A man who knows he can endure hardship because he already has. Boot camp doesn't create weakness. It exposes it, and then it gives you the opportunity to replace it with strength. In the end, boot camp doesn't break you. It reveals who you really are. Marine Corps boot camp doesn't break strong men. It reveals them. It reveals who's willing to push forward despite fear, who's willing to endure hardship, who's willing to refuse quitting no matter how hard it gets. Because strength isn't something you claim, it's something you prove. And boot camp gives you that opportunity. If this video meant something to you, hit that like button and subscribe to the Man Up channel, and click on one of the videos appearing on your screen right now. Because the next lesson that could make you mentally stronger is waiting for you there.